Hello, everybody. It's me, Parker Myler. Markiplier. I need to now find my own stream again. I need to now... Oh, shit, there I am. I've doubled up. I need to send it back out. Let's see. Stream died, oops. Publish. Okay. Are we live? Hello, everybody. Okay, we can wait for people to show up. So everybody who was here should come back. Hopefully? Fig Newton. It works as usual. I arrive. It's like you never left. Okay, perfect. Let's continue where we left off, I guess. So... these fucking guys. So, I like a lot about these, but I think I would change the marshmallow heads. I feel like the marshmallow heads kind of come out of nowhere a little bit. And maybe there could be some other thing where it's like, so you could say like chocolate, sugar, energy, you know, for the electricity basis. To give an idea of what these redesigns are based off of, because the fucking OG designs are based off of not a lot, to be fair. Let me see if I can get a good image of these. They're based on like Cocoa Pods. Turn my tolerance up to 32. Always seems to be a good number. My belly is rumbling something fierce. And also... there is indeed magnet imagery in there as well. It's a fairly weird combo, but we'll take it. So I don't think it needs to be like... oh, and then the fire type. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Honestly, if it's a marshmallow, it looks like Fire Fairy. Yeah, that's the thing. And we also... we have a new kind of marshmallow... not even that this looks like a marshmallow, it looks like whipped cream. Oh yeah, it's whipped cream with marshmallow eyes, that's what it was. But this now has that, but better, if that makes sense. We can't turn everything into a frog, I agree. This does look like a frog, though. So it wouldn't even be turning something into a frog. It's just something that's already a frog. But that was never the intention. Do you go back to the chocolate? I don't think so. I am honestly a bit unsure. Here's the thing, this isn't even the only Pokemon that's kind of based on like Cocoa Pods in this decks either. We have a lot of overlap, I'm noticing. Because we have like, swims through lava, we have a guy with volcanoes, we have other things that I can't think about right now. Oh yeah, we have like Weird psychic lizard, guys. We have these psychic lizards. It's just a lot of overlap kind of happening. Or coffee. See, it could. There is also a coffee man in the sticks, which is the. Oh, the one that I was referencing, and it's also an electric type. So I suppose this could be like Sugar Rush, I guess. And then the other one could be like Caffeine. Could be like the electric elements, I guess. God, I'm annoyed now, because the past stream had like over 10 people, and now we're down to 4 because it crashed. That do be annoying. I find overlap is expected when you make a whole dex at the same time and your mind's still in the same place it was. That's the same it is. Yeah. Fig Newton. What if I made this a Fig Newton? To save the stream. Or is there any way I could make this into like a regional variant or something? You know? Everything's on the table. But I feel like chocolate is very iconic in this dex. Whereas like Sand Torkoal, like that's a... I should just make it a Sand Torkoal, yeah. Whereas I can't do like regional Goomy or regional Sinisty. Yeah, it doesn't work the same way. Regional I feel like that's too obvious. Yeah. But also I simply do not have an idea, because it could also, it could be a convergence Sinisty like Poltergeist, you know? Why would a Cocoa Pod be hot? Thing. Chocolate Miltzery. Oh, it's also true. This is one where I really set myself up for fuckery, like. But you know, if we can make some Sunflora into a black hole, we can do anything. Yeah. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm just gonna lean back. How's everybody doing today, though? On Friday. I think it's electric heaters are covered by Spinovoids. They didn't make... It's not an electric heater. These are the seed pod things that explode. I was thinking it could explode. Got to school 5 minutes ago. Hell yeah. We'd be out of school. For real. The explosion makes them evolve? Oh, so maybe at like level 25 it like learns explosion and needs like no explosion to evolve or something. Or it needs to like use explosion in battle or something to evolve. Maybe it gains type. Instead of just being it already. Let's see. Cocoa Pods. Explode. This is just people talking about. Chocolate, or more so, cacao or cocoa, I don't know what the difference is in those spellings, is highly flammable. If it catches fire, the blaze is difficult to extinguish since cocoa powder contains 10 to 20% fat and a huge surface area. The main danger lies when storing or transporting cocoa in large quantities. So chocolate is very flammable. It's some kind of pine cone that spreads its seeds as heat. I think it's the sequoia tree. I know it's one of those trees. Or just a pine tree, I guess. Let's do more research into chocolate. Chocolate bomb. I covered my parents' kitchen in Nutella kind of vibes. Okay, let's see. Is this cocoa? Is it cacao? Is it? I don't know. Chocolate is easy to melt and even easier to burn. Cocoa powder is combustible and is an explosion hazard. Okay. We might be onto a winner here. Okay. We are getting places. Ballistic seed dispersal. That's it. Wait, what? What describes you well? A hot cocoa bomb. Those are a thing and you just put them in hot milk or whatever and let them melt. I know the thing on a stick. Oh, they are literally called hot cocoa bombs. Okay. Fuck my life. This is it. In a way. This is part of it. This is part of the basis that we will use to take over the world. You just drop it into warm milk and it's like a bath bomb. Ah. Like a bath bomb. Okay, we're getting places. We're getting places. We're missing electricity. Large surface area and flammable. Yeah, so I'm thinking, is the thing a fire type? Off the bat. And then it could be like the struck by lightning, catches fire, explodes. Or it just evolves with like a thunderstone or something. Well, because chocolate, sugar, energy rush. Does it taste pure fire? I don't know. No, because it's chocolate. Shocking hot chocolate. Do I lecture that? I kind of do. Because I already have, like, a pure fire type. And there's definitely at least one more coming later. It starts as electric because of the sugar. Yeah, so it could be the opposite way around. And then when it explodes, it's all flammable and insane and crazy. What about chocolate machines? No, the coffee one is kind of like a coffee machine in a way, so I say that now, but when we get to it, you'll be like, the fuck? And I want to try and like move away from like appliances, because we did have a lot of them where it was like radiator, guitar, toilet, ice cream's not an appliance. Can Lyric wish you the best? Thank you very much, Soul Rider. There's literally a coffee machine later. It's not literally a coffee machine, but it's very based on one, so it would feel weird to also have this be like a hot chocolate machine. Because a hot chocolate machine is just a coffee machine. I don't think there's an exclusive hot chocolate machine. They mix in jumping beans. I feel like that's too close to Subjectively's thing. But I could do it. Yeah, or it just like bounces around a bit. Because this isn't like a thing within it. Except like just a mass amount of energy. So I think we could, yeah, I think we could do like the jumping bean. Aspect where it's just like... So I think it could be like electric into electric fire. Yeah, I think if it just starts out electric, then it can still be chocolate. It's pure electric. It's like Voltorb where the sparks make it explode, then the heat energy makes it fire electric. Exactly. So I'm thinking like it just builds up so much energy that it eventually explodes. The question is, what the fuck does Cocoa Volt look like? I'm not totally married to Cocoa Volt's name either. That was literally a guy in school. I was like, oh, this is chocolate. And he was like, it should evolve into Cocoa Volt. And I'm like, alright. It's not as bad as Talonflame. It has like a good cadence, like a good rhythm to it, like Cocoa Volt. Maybe it's generate a mass amount of energy. Yes. Having a learn explosion to evolve is smart. Yes. All things that are true. And all ideas that were mine and mine alone, and I will take all the credit because it's me. And the streams will mysteriously vanish. And all the ideas will be mine forever. Okay, what time? I want to say I started streaming around 9, and it's coming up to midday in half an hour. I am going to finish this row, though. Shocking and explosive chocolate. Cough bust. Coffee backwards is EFOC. That's funny. Oh, there's so many to go. Well, some of these aren't too difficult. Do I literally do like a... Hello, I am the chocolate demon. Cocoa Pulse is a cocoa tree. know, it's definitely a weird one, because, like, it's on fire, and... I'll definitely say, like, Bombardier? Grenades. Because this is, like, I'm gonna... this is, like, slightly based off Shocker from Spider-Man. With, like, the gauntlets and all that. With the classic image. Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! The 90s were a wild time. So I don't think it needs, like, Shocker imagery. But I do like the visual of, like, the Cocoa Pod, like, being blown in half. So it still has, like, both sides it can use. Maybe have it almost be like a genie. Anthony, Tony, are you referencing some old concept art that I originally did for these guys? Hmm. He's the Lorax. Chocolate. Did you say chocolate? What if I did, like, the birth of Venus? It just explodes and it's like this gooey chocolate slug on fire. Unrelated, but I need to bestow the information that shoes are just hard socks. If you think too much about it. No. Shock Electric. I feel like Shock Electrics too. I don't love when Pokemon have, like, the type in their name. Because electric is just, like, electric type, you know? Like, electric is kind of pushing it for me a little bit. But then it evolves into Electros. So it's fine. I'm kind of liking this Birth of Venus style thing, you know? Potentially. These are all concepts so far. And I like the idea of it just being split in half. Are you saying a Cocoa Pod shell with some weird hot chocolate woman? Yeah, because she's literally a hot chocolate woman. Or she's a hot chocolate woman. Waifu man. Let's see, do we have anything that could be considered a waifu man anymore? Because the rabbits are completely changed now. So starters, no. Although Retank could be the opposite end. No. The bunnies, not anymore, no. I'm back, baby. Pika lizards, no. No. Let's make Porky Punch furry bait, I guess. The bats, not quite. The bees, unless I make the queen bee one. Shaving cream, definitely not. The octopus lady is on the stacks, no. And I do not have a waifu man. fire type because she's hot kind of deal. Fire cause hot. So I'm gonna do a kind of zoomed out, kind of look over everything. Just this layer has so many references, or this thing has so many references. I'm just gonna turn on the rest of the decks. Do kind of an educated guess. Yeah, there's not really anything else that would fit the waifu slot either. Like maybe when I get down to redesigning stuff, perhaps. But I mean, Salt's got around little guys' first stage. Yeah, because like Budu, Bounce Sweet. Who's the waifu of Galar? Hat. Hat. It's Paldea's waifu. Everybody says Arbal Lavaz, the waifu. I don't see it, but also around. Maybe this shell look like some sort of dress. Here's the thing, I don't think because the waifu on it needs to be like, I am wearing woman clothes. I feel it just needs to have like big feminine energy. But I am currently thinking of this idea where like it kind of bursts out. So as going backwards, it's like Smoliv, Hat, Bounce Sweet. 6 is Florges, I guess. So maybe small and round. 5 has a few, I feel like. It's definitely Gathita. Blossom is not a what? Blossom is a child. They could be chocolate. That Chocoltrical. Also Lilligant. Blossom is, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Blossom doesn't exist. I really don't like it. Okay, I feel that's a very good idea. It's hard to watch without sound. I was going to reply to you, but I can't. Because you won't be able to hear Ignune. I love how it's just become like one word as well. Don't drop the fucking stream again. Okay. Fig Newton question mark. Fig Newton is what we say when the stream drops because it brings it back every time, guaranteed. So this is Nyanyi, who is literally as baseline of a fucking concept as you can get. Which is literally just the yin-yang. And the redesign, I feel like, does better with the concept. But the problem is the concept is nothing. So it's just a more interesting design based on nothing. Do I have any label for this? No. So we're going in completely fresh. This is also the first non-evolving mon in the whole Dex. Until it's redesigned, because I think some of them get condensed down to one thing. So let's say Yin Yang. Goes normal. Okay. Real question mark because I wasn't sure. No, that's okay to explain to people who might be here and might be like, why the fuck is everybody saying Fig Newton? This one's very basic for standalone. Doing fish or whatever, super overused to. Yeah, it's like... It's a weird one. Should I have more to it? How about combining with the Pisces constellation? This thing is, these even weren't like necessarily fish. They were more just like kind of two spirits. And it was like the idea was like they had kind of two different kind of bodies. This one looked like that. And one looked like that. Then they kind of like hug together backwards in a way. But yeah, it's very it's not great. Maybe this one's Frankenstein's monster. That's not a bad idea. Because then it's kind of like a normal thing that's... It could be like a type null, almost. Where it's like a bunch of different things like slapped together. Do you have any constellations? I don't think I want to go for constellations, just because that's then incorporating space and it's all like psychic type bullshit. And you kind of lose the normal aspect. Like a patchwork doll. I'm thinking like... Yeah, but imagine like... Let's get like the... The only thing I can think of recently is like Bonnie did a redesign of Type Null, but he used like actual Pokemon to do it. So like instead of just random talons, it was like maybe like Talonflame's talons, and then it was like Pyroar's legs and something. So it could be like this could be like a Frankenstein of like different Pokemon parts, but it's like in what combination and also for what purpose, you know. See, I even forgot what the fucking yin yang means. It's opposite but interconnected forces. So it's kind of, this would be kind of like a thing where it's like everything is working everything is already kind of working against it if it is a Frankenstein. Little twin dolls. Twin idea didn't get a no. So I could also redesign twins. Which I think may have been a bit of a basis for it. The fact that this thing was supposedly meant to evolve into Girafarig is insane. But I'm kind of against just doing like a beta redesign. I was thinking one side's masculine, the other's feminine. See, maybe like a new type combo. I was gone for a second. What did I miss? Well, if it was just a second, not much. So I don't know how long a second was. I'm sorry. This is very weird to come back to out of context. Oh, so it's like a really Zen abomination. I would say a set of floating hands with a small body that connects them with a field straight there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm married to any Pokemon having, like, floating hands. It's like, I know Haunter does it. But I think, like, having too many do it is kind of fucky. With the bulky body type, well, it's just what comes to mind with, like, Frankenstein, you know? I'm thinking like we could combine like a few. But I guess iconic Pokemon features, yeah? So there could be something in the chest. Like maybe like Starmie's jewel or something. And I don't want to, like... this is a sentence I really don't want to say. But, like, what are some iconic Pokemon feat, you know? Avoid them straight up yin yang imagery anywhere. I mean, yeah, like it's like the concept can kind of be represented better without just being like, it's the yin yang, that's it. And you could have the like a bolt going through it. Oh, and maybe the bolts could be like from Magnemite, almost. Hang on, if he's Zen. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? So I think this is literally just gonna be a thing of like I have to go through the Pokedex and like pick out like features, and there are over 1008 Pokemon, so that's not something I'm gonna do now because I need to finish this row. Yeah. Yeah, Brazilian, that's why I didn't want to say it. It could have like Talonflame's crest or like it could have. I'm thinking like maybe 4 Pokemon kind of split between it, 4 or 5. Also spoilers. Oh, if you Google Pokemon feet, you get spoiled. I'm honestly not sure if Frankenstein fits into this. So it's like a ghost. So ghost, normal, yin yang is kind of like external forces working together. Or not them, contrary forces working in unison. So it's kind of like this really abnormal thing that's just like completely at fucking peace with its own existence. It could be a lot of it could just be normal types. Mewtwo and Mew. Did somebody post spoilers? I don't know. Okay. And it kind of like ties into like the doll aspect where like a doll is like a normal thing and then they can be haunted. I think it fits. I think it just needs like a bit of tweaking. I think it's better than just man and thing, you know? I'm thinking it could also be mismatched, you know? Blastoise is kind of big weirdo feet, for sure. What I just need to be careful of with this is not to do too many different Pokemon, because then its colors are going to be a nightmare. Route 1 rodents? No. I think they're too boring. Because then they'd all just be like a weird mammal. And I want to make this like a man. Whereas all of those rodents are kind of just like animals. Yeah. Okay, we're going to stop talking about feet. It could also be a mix of Gengar and Clefable. Ooh, what if Gengar, Clefable, Paradox? Or crossbreed. No, I do like the idea of the Frankenstein. What if it's the Lunatone Solrock convergence? Then how is it goes normal? Or what's the symbology of Lunatone and Solrock in one Pokemon? Do you mix a different pressures color the same? That's what I'm thinking. But I also need to like make sure that they are distinctive as a thing. Okay, I got an email. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. Got an email about the reason why I haven't been able to get the DLC. So, after I'm done this stream, I'm going to reply to that, and I'll be able to get the DLC, and I can play it. Unmistakable Pokemon feat Kyogre. Of course. Oh, it's a sad day for our nation. I need to move Fig Newton. How very great of me. Okay. Let me find the... I want to say the last guy is, like, there. Let's see how close I was. So my card got blocked because I tried to buy tickets to Disneyland. Damn it, I was so close. Now, I ended up going to Disneyland anyway. But they blocked my card from online transactions. Which is why I couldn't get the DLC. Okay. I'm thinking we could make Fig Newton into some sort of legendary or something. Or like the mythical of the region is Fig Newton, you know? Because I am going to be adding Pokemon to this. Chatter is absolutely being added. Yeah, I'm just going to throw Chatter in right now. Honestly, cry about it. You know who else we can add in? Pocket. Maybe not Splouter. I don't know about Splouter. But definitely new Chatter. Oh, why is he so big? That's what you say I have. Gosh. Mickey. Chewbacca said hello to me as well. It was really fun. Anyway. Where the fuck? Okay, hello. You know he's so big because he's made of cheese. Fig Newton is a mythical. Splouter. You should add bear tricks. I feel like that needs to be its own dex. I actually did up some of them last night, just to like calm my mind down. So I did Xenomoth, which is a Venomoth Xenomorph. I can see them over in the distance. What is it? Zombirdier, which is a zombie bombardier. Clef with a C where it's like a treble clef. And then Lunacone, where it's Lunatone, but it's like a road and the nose is a traffic cone. Bye, Tony. Oh, Percellian, you don't know the Dead Bedspread lore. You must be not a hyper super mega fan. Why am I being messaged? Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh shit, sorry, I just saw that there's two different ways I can see chat. Interesting. Well. Interesting. Dobble is the best one. I can't remember. I sent it to JW Nuts and he was like, I don't know whether to love this thing or kill it. Okay, lizards. Let's find the redesigns I did for these guys. Which honestly, I think there's elements to them that are a bit messy. For instance, the second stage has way too many colors on it. Because it has like green of the eyes, kind of blue of the body, brown of the underbelly, and then the three elemental colors. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It does have a body plan that I quite like though. It's kind of interesting. Now to see if I did all my drawing on the same layer or not. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Where do you live? Oh. Staying organized is so hard, guys. Okay. Anyway. Now that that's over and done with. Okay. I keep thinking this Pokemon moves for musical Pokemon. Normal type Hydra's peak? Yes. Stomach patterns seem a bit too much. I think on the base, I think they seem a bit too much on both. Stomachs feel a bit too much. Yeah. Yeah. There. So here's the idea. It's a Hydra. He has 2 heads. He has 2 legs. 2 tails. It's all about the number 2. You get it? DBS quotes self. Like, I think even simple, like, because the idea, I think the idea in my brain, because you have to remember, this was before I ever did the video like lactose and the new Plantat and all that. Like, this was all before I got 1,000 subs. So I was just like, I know how to make fake man. And then it's like, once you get a massive audience, they're like, no, you don't. And then I'm like, oh, no, I don't. Maybe I can still learn. I think what happened with me was I was like, I want this guy to be like big, even though it's like a first stage. But it's like, it can still be big without... And I was like, oh, big means it needs to have lots of small details. And it's like, that's not true. Look at Wailord. Look at Snorlax, you know. They're very simple designs. So I feel like we could do the same there. Tongues, maybe. I don't know. Head spike is kind of like... whatever. And I feel like lots of the designs in this have... I feel like a lot of designs in this have kind of a head spike. Because like we have it here. We have it with these guys. I know these guys have tongues, but I feel like... just don't need kind of to be repeating kind of motifs on our... Three legs is awkward on an organic being too. Yeah, so if I could find a way to make 3 legs work, I'd like to. But then the thing is, I have a thing with 3 legs and 3 heads, which is up here. It's a mess right now. Yeah. I finished the fake man. What is it? Oh my god. Sorry. I just had a look in fan art of the Discord. Shark, that is monstrous looking. Oh, I can imagine it like... it looks almost like suction cups. I do like the face on the tongue though, that's a nice touch. So I'm thinking for... see, the idea here is... spreadiest of deadiest, I must leave before that I must remind you of the dropped ice cream gnomes with ice crystals for facial hair. Yes, I'm aware. I have it. They are here. And I may repurpose them into another mod later down the line. Because there's one redesign that I've just never been able to figure out. So I'm thinking whatever all of these need like a unanimous feature that gives off their type. Because this one has a beard and the other 2 don't. So I'm like, do I give them all like a beard? And have it be like a play on like bearded dragons? Yeah. Or do they all get like a horn with like the elements coming off of it? Because I do want to like visualize the types in some way, even if it's like the eye color is different. Yeah, I feel like one leg in the front is really weird, so I feel like I keep 2 legs maybe. Or maybe could have 4. But then the back legs have 2 toes, and the front legs have 1 toe, and then it makes like 3 toes each side or something. The beard today is done by barbers. Yeah, but like, more than one Pokemon can have a beard. Have them like the Ghidorah meme. Because if I could go like max creative, I am the boss of Pokemon now. This guy would have like a type gimmick completely on its own, you know? 2 toes, 3 toes, yeah. Because even the original, I think, had like 2 toes per foot, 3 toes per foot. And that's like kind of like a slow poke foot, almost. It's like, it could be horns, it could be like a beard, it could be... I don't want it to be like neck scales or something, because I feel then that's going to add like too much color. Does that make sense? Combines also do heads. I do have a lot of overlap because it is based on the OG decks. So the reason the guns have 3 heads is because Doug Trio. And the reason these guys have 3 heads is because of Dodrio. Oh, I did have an idea. That's what it was. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. So idea for this guy is it's kind of tri-attack. Which is like... fire... electric... ice. So then for this... I'm gonna write like anti... or let's say like anti-attack. Because I could just do like the same gimmick twice. But we could say it's like fighting... steel... and something. So I'm gonna keep that there for my own reference. Because I had an idea for this where it's like... this mon on its own could function kind of like a tri-attacker. Not where it has like a triple battle. But not where it has like 3 health bars, but just where it can like... you can orient which type is maybe these two could be version exclusives with each other then. They both have the same gimmick. Where the fuck is my mouse? Hello? Maybe then shells like shotgun each head comes out of different... I feel like that's... I feel like that's a bit too Wug Trio-ish. It's a bit like... yeah, it's a... I feel like giving it a shell is very Wug Trio... Shuckle... core a bit too much. It feels more like a Shuckle evolution, if that's the case. And then the 3 tails are all kind of like braided together. Maybe it's a fucking fleur-de-lis at the end, who knows? And the tails don't even need to be like separate colors either. Yeah. Maybe the middle one is like some vibrant color, but the other 2 aren't. So let's say some shared. Facial feature. Four elements. Even if it's like eyebrows, yeah. Just something. But like I think this design is already like pretty close to being good. So I don't feel like it needs a whole bunch more of stuff. It's like it is very Gen 1 core, which is like this is the thing with 2 heads. Gets another head. With some like I do the eyebrows idea. It's something like small enough where it's not touted the tongue out as the firehead because it's panting. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep it as the Ghidorah meme. Do we like the heads having their own personalities? Because I feel that's very Dodgerio core. So yes or no, should each head have a different personality? Or should we just keep it vague where it's like, I am a lizard? Maybe the elements are Chinese dragon whiskers. I feel like that's... Just wondering how you do that with ice, you know? Where it's like that, because those like kind of go far away from the face, you know? So kind of be just like these big solid things versus the other ones. It's kind of like plasmy. I don't know, maybe. I feel like it's a bit too much with 3 heads also. Yeah. I do think like horns or eyebrows is the way to go. And then just each head maybe has its own personality. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Photoshop, for zooming out in the most inefficient way possible. Very cool of you. Horns, I'd say? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We can come back to it. Because I want to say I've been streaming for like nearly 4 hours. Definitely over 3. I don't know how long the first stream was. So then we get to these guys. And honestly... I don't think these are terrible. I'm sure it's alluded to in the video, but this is like a... It was originally going to be like... This was the face, and it was just like a tapestry. But then I realized that if you like flip a chair upside down, you can get like a good horn shape. These redesigns were really close as they were. What do you mean close to like the originals? Like I'd say maybe with table I could just have all the other seat. The legs kind of like make a spine along the back instead of sticking up randomly like spikes. It's just like orientation kind of more so. Cause this is a... These are weird. The redesigns are close to being perfect. Yeah. When I designed it, I wasn't sure, and I remember saying in the video, I was like, let me know, and nobody did. And now looking at them now, I'm like, this is perfect. Do you want to know a fun bit of trivia, though? That's never been revealed, ever? In the history of the DBS lore, I guess? when he asks a question and actually expects a response. Who knew it? I am also aware that stream lag is a thing, so don't worry. Simplify, but yes. Oh god. Stretchy, stretchy, stretch. I don't really need to do anything for these guys. Oh, I just knocked my fucking mouse mat off the table. What is this? A table? No, that's next time. So here's the trivia. The pillow used on the back of seat is the same pillow that Dreadspread uses. Couch. Couch! You dork. Oh no. Do we think grass ground still works as a type? Because it's like wood. Maybe couch could be like grass, something else. Taylor just says the two chairs they can form backspans. Exactly. I just think it's a bit messy. Looking at it, I think they could just like slot together a bit easier. Make it a bit easier on the eyes, you know? Okay. Now this might be a bit sacrilegious. I'm gonna go grass normal. Interesting. See, I think one of the things was I was like, fuck, we've no other grass ground types. But now, like, we also have Toad School. They're very strange, I'll give them that. Table! They were just to fill a slot to begin with? What do you mean? Everything was to fill a slot. What, do you mean because they were grass ground type? It's more of a certain type combos, that's the only reason they're grass ground. Well, no, they're also grass ground because they're made of wood. And then I just figured this is a bull. Kind of bulls do that thing where they fucking dig up dirt before they charge and very like heavy brolic kind of mons. A lot of those are ground type. So I didn't just slap the type on them for no reason. But those were the Seal and Dugong XPs, and I think this now is Grimer and Muck. So, this might be sacrilegious. I fucking hate these. Especially because I gave this whole other breakdown of a thing that was already there. And fits the theme. And would have worked way better. Because remember, we are trying to pass these off now as actual Pokemon. So there's no way on God's good green flat earth that we can have any reference to herpes in these. But we can still adapt these to work. If I could just find the fucking images. Jesus Christ. I think Carbuncle and Pustation fit in here so well. They shared the same typing. The redesign of cuties is already a might. That's where the origin of cuties comes from. Was in one of the wars, the soldiers got like head lice. So then it was like, oh, don't touch people because you'll get cooties. And then it just became, don't kiss someone because you get cooties. Is there. You know? The ground seems more out of place. Yeah, like it was, again, it was also a thing that Torterra. Oh, I just wanted another grass ground type. It's a virus. Forbidden Pinkerton. Yeah, and it's like, this has like a thing where it's like a false face, but it's just like, for what? To what end, you know? Shiny the slime pink squeak toy. It could absolutely. So I think these guys need a bit of a redesign to not be like literally zits. But I do like this, you know? And it doesn't have to be like on the nose where like it shoots out like puss. But it could just go like, you know? And then this guy could have like claws that fire like cannons, you know? I think they're pretty good. Just need a little bit of work, but I don't think there's any way I can save a Pokemon based on herpes. To like it's very close. It's really close. I do like the kind of X mouth though. I think that's very cute. I did make a Gunka station, I know. So I want to make these guys kind of more mitish, I guess. But also my Gunk Crustacean turns into like a fire one, you know. Because Uclaw isn't poison type. It's fire water type. So I feel like we're okay. Three cousin lines. Who's the third one? I do really love the way I drew the antenna on this. I do like the big kind of boxing glove-esque claws as well. Maybe there could be an argument that this thing should be poison fighting, but I don't think it needs to be. And I could also give it kind of like pustules along it as well, you know. Just make it really horrible. Cutie Scribuncle and Globster. Oh, cuties can get out of here. These don't exist. They aren't a canon event. Okay. Good shit. Let's take a look back over the lines that we did today. Oh, let me see. Can I see my how long the first stream was? Because we're at like an hour 15 now. $2.19, so over 3.5 hours I've been streaming. So yeah, I feel like it's a good time to call it, because my brain is going to get fried, and then I can email back my bank and get that sorted out, and then figure it out. Okay. It's gonna break all my bones. Sorry. I got completely distracted. Okay. So, it seems like an age ago. We're gonna turn Sunflora into a black hole. Which is really stupid to say out loud. Then we have the 3 rock guys who are going to be like kaiju and literally a band where they kind of band together. Have some sort of demonic imagery, left-handed because they're devilish. Some sound-oriented ability. These guys are just volcanic Spinosauruses. Spines were used to do temperature regulation. So, Spinosaurus swim. This one now swims through lava. Make a rubber type elastic band. Who? And then these two I feel are pretty good. Very simple as well, where lizards and frogs just lick their own eyes. You then in turn lick frogs for psychedelicness. They apply their own psychedelic effects to their eyes, and then the tongue takes over in a way. Chocolate is now an explosive chocolate grenade, I guess. That evolves by exploding into a hot chocolate woman. Hello, Henry. I'm just about to end. Nyanyi now becomes a ghost normal Frankenstein of like a bunch of other Pokemon, but he's cool with it. Very chill. Zerdum and Zerdrip are very self-explanatory. Just need to be simplified. Seat and Table are pretty perfect and simple. Maybe just a type change. And Cuties and Herpes are being changed into Carbuncle and Pustation. Chocolate, shocking hot chocolate. And that's it. As we've done every time, we're going to take a look at the next row. And you won't want to miss this, because the next row is where we get to new territory. Never before seen by the annals of YouTube. I believe if I turn on labels. New. Whoa, dude. Crazy. We'll keep all the labels off. Okay. I'm actually kind of nervous. Okay. Nervous because this stuff I just haven't talked about on YouTube before. So here's Tripredator and Tripisces. I think a concept the kind of wild shark prison was a neat idea, but I feel like what I'd like to do with them this time is, because I have like a bear in the region, in like the first regional bug, and maybe another bear somewhere else, is have them be like a reverse salmon, where they're like a bear trap that catches bears hunting for fish, if that makes sense. Then we have Boogerm, Snatchula, and Frankenflam, who were redesigned into fucking Boogor. And there was a whole evolutionary line around that I'll just reincorporate with like the big kind of it's not ectoplasm, but like ghostly nose and stuff. I feel like that design was really fun. Landshark bear trap? No, I want to keep it in water because it was a water steel type. Which was the thing. And this is where we got to. This is where the last episode of Fake Man Review ended. So now the most heroic music in the universe begins. This isn't heroic, but whatever. Anyway. Then we have Wormungus, who was a pure bug type. Massive. This is the XP for Onyx. So it's so big. Two-sided. Which end is which? Who knows? I did a redesign for that already, and all these next ones I had redone for like the next episode, which I just didn't release because the timing was weird, and I just decided to reboot the whole thing. So it's better to wait. Okay. Let me see. I'm getting kind of lines down here that I don't know where they came from. Then we have Roderiel and Mossum, or Mawsaw, I think, which are electric and electric steel. I want to say these are the Magnemite replacements, but I don't think Magnemite's that late in the decks. Let me turn up the opacity, actually, so we can actually see what we're looking at. These have been redesigned several times since. To the point that I'm not even sure what the final redesign was. I know what animals I based them off of. But it's like, what is this? It's insane. I'm pretty sure this was based on a Beanie Baby. So just saw-toothed eels that live in caves. Then we have these fucking dorks. Dorspill and Belugush, which are just plastic battlefish. The redesigns for these slap so hard. So I don't wanna give too much away about those. It seems everything's kind of off center a bit though, which is kind of annoying. I have lines here. Can we just stick with them? Then look at this. We have a light type. Who knew? This is Philamunk and Monkston, which are light bulb monkeys. And these are, I remember Philamunk is number 100 because it's Voltorbs. Standing. I think this is the first light type in the decks, which is really stupid. Given that I was like working with new types, and I think I have 4 light types. And it's like this, these two, and then there's one I can think of later. Yeah, it's these two, one of the fossils, and then just a random Pokemon. And it's like, it's a fucking new type. What was I doing? Then we have Monoyoke and Stereoke, which are obviously... I fucking wonder what these were influenced by. So obviously blue background means redesign or regional variants, blah blah blah. I actually did design the regional forms for these on stream ages ago. If anybody remembers like a Samba Execute, that's what these are going to turn into. Then we have Scavenge and Scarvenge, which are Cubones stand-ins. And they're basically grave robbing gremlins. I recall seeing the revisions. Yeah. The redesigns for these guys were pretty good, but I just can't remember like if I ever came up with like a concept. They're just grave robbers, pretty much, and they wear bones. And oh, fuck my life. And then we have we have these dorks who are the stand-in for Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, who are called Shalar Kick and Shalar Smack, as in Mar Shalar. It's like martial art, Mar Shalar, Shalar Kick, Shalar Smack. The gimmick for these two that I came up with in the redesign is fucking insane. So I'm actually excited to get to the two of them. But yeah, that will be us for next time. How far down are we? We have like 4.5 rows to go. 3.5 rows to go. Isn't that crazy? Who knew? Things you never knew you never knew. Let's make this low opacity again. I think we can turn on all the layers before these as well, just to like figure it out. Okay. Yeah. I feel like that's it for today. It's weird because it's not the same stream I started with, but I think now we are really approaching 4 hours, so I think it is time to stop. Let me just look through the guys we did already in this stream. So I think, could I maybe double my color layer kind of thing? Let's say like color code 2. Because this guy's technically 2 things. Oh, but there's no opacity on it. Okay, that's fine. So here's what I'm gonna do. We'll take that, and then that. I guess that's a combo of both of those. I don't know. I think now because we've changed the concept, I can kind of make those blue. I'll keep them red. I don't fucking know. It's too difficult. These are original. Do we think any of these could have like a boosted form in their final evolutions? Let me turn off the decks. So I don't think anything... Maybe Waifumon gets a 3rd evolution? Or 2nd evolution? Because the Glilligant is only a 2-stage. Ugh. I don't think it's like... And like regional birds. I have 2 things as well. Maybe this guy could have a... The Sunfloras honestly seem more like a convergent. No, it's a Sunflora evolution. It's Sunkern Sunflora Black Hole. Boosted table, boosted thing. I think all these are good for now. I'll make it work, don't worry. I have ideas. Why are they 2 slots? Just because that's the layout of the decks. I'm not gonna like delete things and move things. So like if we look here, this is 3 Pokemon. But I'm not gonna move everything over here just to add in like this 3rd one, you know? No, not region. No, just Sunkern, Sunflora, and then evolution. Because if it's a regional Sunflora, then regular Sunflora doesn't get anything. Which kind of defeats the purpose in my eyes. It's not that hard to understand. The reason there are 2 slots here is because Juraby and Durable are 2 Pokemon. I am condensing this down into 1. But I can't alter the whole layout of the whole page just to accommodate for 1 Sunflora variant. So these 2 are 1 design. And it is a Sunflora evolution. Likewise, how these 6 slots are just 3 Pokemon. And how these 2 slots are now 3 Pokemon. Once everything is kind of done and sketched out, I'll place everything in proper slots. But it's a bit too chaotic at the moment if I start like kind of rearranging stuff. Because even with like Torkoal and stuff, you know, it's like, did we just want it to be one thing? Or one thing with another? And with another? Like the slots are all over the place at the moment. I think they're only consistent up until the bunnies, and then they're fucking gone from there on. So anyway, that's been me. And this has been Fig Newton, as usual. Who knew? Anyway. The bunnies are in the layout. How thematic. Yeah. They also ruin my whole life ever. Oh, good, it's time for the thing.
Hello, everybody. My name's Tank Runner. I am hijacking the channel. This is mine.
Whoops.